Welcome back to the Cepheid Variable, episode 3, about to kick off here after we say thank you to the fine folks who support us on Patreon. They are Taylor, Drowrin, Miles, Randy, Yam, Colby, Thomas, Randy G, Laszlo, Hovo, Hovo, Jeremy, Ben, and Garth. Again, you guys are awesome. We super appreciate your guys' continued support, and we hope you guys enjoyed the first episode. Get ready for this new one coming your way. There's going to be a little bit at the top for going over some of the retcons that we need to do, but I hope you guys enjoy what you're about to hear, and just know that we're plugging away. We got another batch recorded. We're going to try to get another recording in before Christmas, so we have a nice barrier after, but yeah, we're getting into the thick of it here, so enjoy this new episode. All right, I got a couple things that we need to retcon before we hop into this session. First off, we did a little more research into ship upkeep.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of money to keep a ship. Yeah. So Meescha has decided to... Her ship has been impounded. We'll get into that at one point.
Yep.
Cody, what did you decide upon with your ship? What do you want to do with it? Because you're going to have to pay like 5,000 credits a month for upkeep. 3,000 credits a month for upkeep, and then 5,000 credits a year for owning the ship.
I mean, I have like a decent amount of money. I need to find my sheet actually.
So it's been like 2 years. So we have to add that in there for what you're going to owe.
Right.
So that's why I just wanted to make sure you're aware of that.
I mean, like, I think it's better to have a ship. Maybe it isn't though. Or like, is it not like that helpful maybe in the...
No, they are. I'll just let you know, like, it's going to be a lot of money.
Right.
Like, you're going to have to pay a lot of money.
I think, yeah.
To keep it going.
That's fair. No, I think it, I don't know, for the fun of it, like, I'll say I'll keep it and I'll pay for it, yeah.
Then we'll get you the cost of that for everything. Second recon is we're going to change the ship that y'all are on. The kind of space station. As I was doing my research into the one I picked out, it's actually a fan-made one. It's really large, so I have decided to scale it down a little bit. The Orsellion is a little bit smaller, able to hold 15 people. It's about a ton. The other one was about 100-ton ship, so it was massive. Like it took a crew of like 1,500 people. So
oh Jesus,
we're gonna shrink that down a little bit,
nice, to
be a little bit more manageable. So I've given you guys a layout of the Orsellion. It's essentially like 3 kind of floating spheres with interconnected pathways. And then there's another sphere in the center that is where the bridge and everything is. So, yeah, that's just kind of the layout.
I'm imagining they're arranged like a D4.
Sure, we can go with that. Yeah, I like that idea.
Yeah.
That's tight.
So that's why I wanted to get just kind of get that out of the way. We're a learning traveler, and I figured it's easier now to retcon as we are going versus later on as we are getting more in depth. As I was kind of going over the ship that I picked out. It was an awesome ship design. I loved it. That's why I picked it. But then the more I was reading it, I was like, yeah, this is I'd have to like basically cut half the power to this ship for a crew to run it. I was like, that just leaves a lot of open space. So
sure.
This one, we got to figure it out. And with that, everybody ready to jump back in? Anybody have any questions? Anything like that?
No, I definitely know where I want to start off, though.
Excellent.
I guess did everyone was able to ever do their gear that they like the purchasing and stuff?
I got fully tricked out.
Okay.
I did not.
So like with everything that
Shocker.
happened,
I know,
yeah,
right?
exactly. Like so let's just try to work with that, I guess.
For obvious
I
reasons.
have the armor.
For obvious reasons, Cody and I did not get to that this week because of the darkness we've been living in.
Do you have candles?
Yeah, we
Nah. But the first thing I want to get to is there a way we can figure out if that crew that left, did they intend to come back?
That's a good question.
Well, yeah, that's as far as I recall. They left no records, no nothing. They just saw or detected signs of life on a planet and then just boop dipped.
All of them.
Fucking boop dipped.
All of them. But did they like stock the ship? Did they have for how many days? Is there a way to see if they wanted to come back? That's where I wanted to.
Good question. We'll answer that probably towards the later of the episode.
Oh.
Because we're going to open up in the past. So we're going to open up on a singular shot of the Orsellion. It's floating there in space above some desolate planets you guys now know as the Sheraton planets, 01 through 06. For whatever reason, there's not a 3, but you know. In the lower left-hand corner of this, your mind screen, we all see 2 years earlier. The text crawls across the bottom of the screen. Orsellion Outpost. System Sheridan 6202343885. Year 3611. We watch as a safari ship comes in the view. Blazoned upon the side is the name Lizard Queen. See a man inside sitting in a blue jumpsuit, scraggly hair. Name tag says Willie on it. He reaches to the comm system, hails a large structure ahead of him. Orsellion, this is Willie go for comms. Your voice come back. Just welcome back, Willie. Heard you got some new blood. Any of them hot? Far be it from me to put a categorical rating on folks about their level of attractiveness, but when one man's 10 is another man's 6, I'm sure you'll find out soon enough there, Elsa. You hear the voice come back. Willie, I truly don't know where these words of wisdom come from. You're clear for Bay 4. I'll let the boss know that you're here so we can roll the red carpet out. We pan through the ship. In each of the rooms of this transport ship, we see your characters sitting there. So let's give the players, let's give the people a little reminder what everyone's character looks like, name, all that kind of stuff. So what's everybody look like as we approach 2 years younger version of you? The first time getting on this ship. What's everyone look like?
So I did cast my character.
I'm going to write these all down
got a picture out for you guys.
art purposes.
That's a good idea.
So the camera would pan across Zander Cross, newly out of the military at this point. He's dark hair, it's the thin beard and mustache. He is played by Hugh Dancy, era of Hannibal. Have you ever seen Hannibal?
No.
Okay, have you guys seen Hannibal?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
You're asking Meescha that? Come on.
Yeah. So if anybody listening, just go watch Hannibal. It's a fucking incredible show.
Yeah, it's very good. Yeah.
Don't live my
But
life.
Hugh Dancy in that, and he's still wearing his not full camo fatigues, but a military,
Jacket?
not jacket, but a military dress, kind of casual wear.
Okay.
It looks like a uniform, but it's not camo or anything.
Gotcha.
Just because he doesn't really have much else.
Like their dress colors or whatever they are.
Yeah.
I'm not a military person.
Neither am I,
I.
so that's why I don't know the right way to speak about it. But yeah,
cool.
If you glance at him, you could definitely tell he either is or was in the military.
Gotcha. Perfect.
Okay. So my character is Astrodomos Rodgers. Yeah, you can call her Toot.
God about that.
Toots Rodgers.
Yeah. She is played by Aubrey Plaza. Because
Okay.
I wanted her to have resting bitch face. She is sitting down, strapped in, and she's kind of zoning out, and she's twirling a coin in her fingers. And she's just kind of has this angry look on her face of just she is thinking about something did her raw. She's off in she's going on mind palace of what can I do to get out of this situation.
I like it.
She obviously has a spacesuit on and everything, but if you ever see her out of the space suit, she's fucking ripped.
Okay.
Not unlike someone who may have done a little bit of time and just did nothing but punch a punching bag. She's got muscle, but you can't really tell beneath the spacesuit. But yeah, I'm not going to go into the past or anything because I'm sure we'll get into that in future times. But yeah, she's doesn't look like she has smile lines. Yeah,
I like it.
Okay. So I have a picture, and I'm going to try to tell who is this? Who's this celebrity?
Oh, Eric Rodgers.
Okay,
Roberts.
Eric
Roberts.
Eric Roberts. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's the guy from The Expendables. That tells.
Oh, there you go.
I sat on his lap.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yep. He was at Crypticon, and he was like,
Oh wait, I think you told us this.
yeah, he was like, come on, babe, I gotta see it right for you. And I was like, okay, master, because he was the master in a Doctor Who film in
And then the
1996.
TV one. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was
Nice.
like, okay.
Anyways, that is. I guess I just came up. I was like, oh, I think it's that character. So, anyways,
That's a good smarmy guy.
yeah,
Really good.
And even that picture, sort of like So his attire is like, like trader salesman type, but like he's also kind of more run down. So he tries to keep it up, but like he hasn't been able to buy a new suit recently. But like that's a big deal. Like appearances are a big deal, obviously, to like a salesman. So he tries to like keep himself up. So then of course we're talking about Jedt, Coinbitter. That is my character, and such a stupid name, but that's where I landed on. And yeah, that's pretty much does it. I mean,
like it.
Basically just what that picture showed. He's got some scruff. He tries to keep shaven. That's his attitude. He's more like maybe less charismatic than the person that I've already forgotten that I just showed you.
Eric Roberts.
I'm very bad at names and celebrities. That's just my brain doesn't work that way.
Julia Roberts' brother.
Wait, for real?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's wild, actually.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
You sat on the lap that was growing up with Julia Roberts? Yes, I did.
So I guess the only deviation from what I imagine that character is usually like cast, like typecast in his films and stuff, is that I guess my character is a little bit more like reserved, more scholarly as well. So like a more scholarly, well-read version of that character.
Does he have like the salt and pepper hair, or is his hair?
I'd say so, yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Nice. All right. Last but not least, Jake, who you got for us?
Blex.
Is that 1X or 2X when you spell it
Well,
out?
his total name would be 3 X's, but each Blex has 1 X.
Okay.
Yeah. So first, middle, and last name are all 3 Blex.
Love it.
People call him B3. His internet persona is B3.
We're gonna get rid of Gorpius.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
B3.
No Gorpius.
Sorry,
Got
I
it.
changed it. That was my
No, you're
first
good.
Yeah.
iteration.
That was
I was
B4.
rushing. Yeah. That was, Tyler, that's right. You're the man.
Wow. That's pretty good.
But I think he has like, if it's like his first time getting on the ship, I think he shows up to the station with like long blonde hair. And so I'm first and foremost, fuck this guy. Chris, I think you might be the only person at the table who knows this name. But I'm imagining his hair looks like Varg.
Yeah.
Like young Varg, like down, like maybe like almost to like a little bit above his like, sternum belly button.
Stringy and blonde.
Super blonde, super thin, but just like straight down.
Okay.
But I mean, that's the only person who I could think of who had that hair. But
No,
fuck,
agree.
that guy
Fuck that guy.
sucks.
He
That
sucks
guy
ass.
fucking sucks.
If you could send me a photo of that via text so I can draw it properly.
I think once 2 years onto the station, I think as soon as he gets onto the station, he shaves his head. So when
So
we
it
see
becomes
him,
like Kurt Varg.
yeah, shit. Well, but he has like stubble and a mohawk, kind of like Travis Bickle, like from Taxi
Gotcha.
Cab.
Yeah.
Oh.
So he gets onto the station, and immediately changes to like shorter hair. But when the 2 years in the past, if he's not wearing a spacesuit and in his normal attire, I think he'd be wearing like, kind of Varg-esque, like big, like Doc Martens that go up like mid shin that are like laced up with maybe like combat pants like tucked into them, maybe like a long like trench coat. You know what I mean?
Does he have a pauldrons on with spikes on them?
No,
We're not going full black metal?
I'm not going full black
Okay.
metal. He's just and his eyes are kind of shifty, and he just has like one duffel bag, and that's all he has. Yeah.
For those who don't know, Varg Vicaries was the former guitarist of Mayhem who killed the other guitarist, Euronymous.
Yeah.
And then
on
he went
the
on...
day I was born.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What?
Then he
On
went
the
on
day I was
to
born.
start a band called Burzum, and then he was he went to jail, obviously, for killing for Euronymous.
Moida.
For Moida. And while he was in jail, he denounced any sort of music derivative from rhythm and blues because it came from black people.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
That is.
he was also one of the big proponents of like burning down churches.
You know
and
what? That's a weirdly progressive racist admitting that it came from black people.
And then
Oh my
he
God.
got out, and now he lives in France with his wife, and they're like weird, off the grid, like own a bunch of guns because they think the government's coming after him. Type
yeah,
of shit, so.
there's a
In France?
there's
Yeah.
a name for that genre of black metal called like ODBM.
Yeah.
It's like I don't know, or like like white nationalist black metal. Like
Yeah,
the
it's
guy's super racist. They fucking
Yeah, they
suck.
suck ass. He's a
But there's
terrible
just
human
I've
being.
seen a
Holy
bunch
shit.
of like black metal documentaries. And I think this is what that guy looks like. He's obviously not
He's
like
not
a
that
terrible
way,
fucking
but-
person.
Yeah.
But you guys maybe get the sense if you've seen him on this trip that maybe he's running from something. Maybe he's
Okay.
he's leaving a situation that he's trying to get away from.
Sure.
So, yeah.
So we see this ship dock into Bay 4. I'm going to roll to see how Willie... we're going to see if Willie gets it in there clean. Last time he didn't really get it last episode, but let's see.
He might have been a little drunk.
Willie.
Yeah, clean Willie.
Queen Willie.
That's
Clean Willie?
12. So right off the bat, Willie...
That's the cleanest Willie landing ever.
Yeah,
Willie. Yes, clean Willie.
He did a really good job.
Yeah, damn, you're on it.
Dude, you are.
Yeah, shit. You on them smart drugs?
So we see ship docks with little fanfare. Voice comes over the intercom. Ship is like, folks, we've reached our destination. I hope you enjoyed your stay on the Lizard Queen. And wherever your day takes you, we hope that you have a wonderful time. It's like, no, I'm just messing with y'all. Folks, we're here. This will be your home for the next 5 years or so, I assume, unless you're crazy and want to spend more time here. But Captain Dalton's going to be waiting for you out there, so just feel free to head to the airlock, and I'll chat with you later. And so we see you all gather up whatever belongings you have. You head to the docking doors. Step into the area, that door closes, the other door, they go through the whole process of decontamination, the door opens, and you guys walk out into the kind of docking area. There is the entire crew lined up, kind of 7-on-7 on either side, and kind of this tall, she's got like a medium complexion, short brown hair, like there's some gray showing. And she has like the air of like a captain there. She's kind of standing. They've all got similar matching like jumpsuits, onesies kind of thing, overalls, whatever. They're not overalls, but whatever the things are that like Michael Myers wears, like mechanics outfits.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Oh,
what
like a
they're
jumpsuit?
called. Yeah, but there's like a. Yeah, anyways, they've all got different. They're all pretty nice, clean.
Like station
Coveralls.
worker coveralls.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Looks like there is a Varg on this ship. So Vargs are the canine wolf-headed individuals. Looks like there's another individual who is... they're kind of large. They look like they've got like a large shelled body, almost like a turtle, with like a head of a hammerhead poking
Holy
out,
shit.
and like the skin's kind of this like green pinkish color. They've got 4 legs that are kind of stout and sticking onto the ground, and they've also got 4 arms, but like 2 of them are a little bit smaller, like T-Rex arms. A lot of humans. There's another one that looks like a 3.5 foot tall monkey, like simian, kind of like longer arms in the front. They look like they walk on all 4, but they have 8 like eyes like a spider.
Oh, that's creepy.
There is also looks like a humanoid creature person with like a doe's head, like a doe, a deer, a female deer. And then the other one that kind of sticks out to you is this large, kind of like scaly 4-armed thing person with a large muscular frame. They've got like a large like cyclopean head, so just like one eye in the center of this head. They've got like 4 arms, 2 of them which are tentacles. and they've got like all these like kind of tattoos all over their body.
Okay.
The rest are humans, and everyone's lined up there. And this one you assume is Captain Dalton steps forward, and she's just like, "Welcome aboard. My name is Willamette Dalton, but you can call me Captain."
Zander would step forward and like put his hand out to shake her hand.
She would shake your hand. It's a good firm handshake, not like trying to overpower you, but like, we're showing respect.
And he gets the same thing back, like a firm military handshake.
Okay. Good to know.
Captain Dalton, pleasure to meet you. I look forward to my time serving here on the ship.
It's great to hear. I'll give you a rundown of everybody standing here, and we'll do a tour of the ship, and then we'll get you into your positions as well, and any other, probably have a one-on-one talk at one point, just getting to know you a little bit better. I've read some of your records, but I like to hear from people themselves. She walks up to the Varger. She's like, "This is our chief security officer, Arlox Jam." And you see this, like the Varger's got this gray and white fur, obviously like kind of a muscular frame, and they got kind of a scarred ear, and they're just like, "Nice to meet you. How's it going?" And then she goes next to the hammer-headed, like, turtle person. She's like, "This is our chief comms officer. This is Jagex." And it's just like,
Nice.
sticks out one of its like big claws to shake everybody's hands. Then she goes up next to the medical. She's like, "This is our chief medical officer. This is Nikos Nakata." And this little, all like the little simian monkey, like all the eyes start looking at like 2 eyes per each of you. And I'm just like, "Hey, how's it going? I'm more than happy to help you out. We'll probably do the physical when you get here. So, we'll set up an appointment with that once you get everything settled in." Awesome, cool.
Internally, Xander's thinking, why can we not understand the chief comms officer barely? And why is the chief medical officer for humans not a human?
Yeah.
But he doesn't express this verbally.
I get it.
I noticed the same thing with the comms officer. That's pretty good. I have to imagine that's intentional.
You'll get used to it.
Learn to understand him.
Yeah, exactly.
Then next she goes over to the, she's like, "This is our chief engineering officer. This is Lars Callahan." He's kind of this balding, slightly overweight guy. She's like, "Hey, how's it going? I'm assuming some of you will probably be scheduled to me, so we'll talk later once you get everything settled." And then they go to, next person down the line is their chief science officer, who is Artur Holtz. He's kind of thin, got glasses, and he looks annoyed to be here. I guess, nice, pleasure to meet you. Yes. And then it kind of goes down the line. There's Elsa and Austin, who are part of comms. They're both humans. There is Hayden, Janny, Arena, and Yasmin, who are part of the engineering and security and scientists and whatnot. There's also Maya, Tiffany, and Grolnoxy, who are kind of rounded out. So Grolnoxy and Tiffany are members of the warehouse. They kind of help with all that stuff. So I've given everybody here a list of the crew members. And then Willie is kind of a crew member, kind of not. Like, most of his days are just driving, like, flying. Like, you'll come to find out, like, once you guys get here, once you're back, 3 or 4 more people will leave, go on their vacation, and just kind of rotate that way. So Willie's just constantly, like, he stays a night maybe, and then flies everybody out. So he's pretty much on the ship constantly.
Gotcha.
That's his home. That's his baby. So I didn't really include him on the list of Orsellion crew members, but he is kind of technically, like, you get the sense he is, but he also could just be, like, he was hired to do this.
Yeah,
so, like,
that's what I was wondering, is, like, does he work directly for...
that you don't know.
Okay, interesting.
You don't see any other ships in here with names, like, kind of docked around, so probably not. But nonetheless, I've given you guys a handout of all the crew members, so you guys can refer to it, and we'll post it online as well. And so, Captain Dalton takes you through, walks you through each of the areas, the kind of biomes, points out the various areas, gives you a brief history of what's been going on here. Essentially kind of the recap I gave you last time. This planet was hit by some sort of substance. or this kind of weird mist. No life has been seen on the planet since then. So this was like...
Just to clarify, this is something that's like in this universe. It has gone through multiple places, or is it exclusive?
Multiple.
Okay.
Multiple. So each of the places that's been hit, there is like a science outpost like this monitoring it.
Okay.
Certain ones, if it's a larger system, there's multiples, but this is a pretty small system, so you guys are here. And like this ship, this research station has been here for quite some time. Like it's been, like 1,000. Like before you guys were ascended, this place has been here. So she's not
really?
the first captain. She's not the last captain. She's
Nowhere
just the
even
captain.
near the
No.
Okay.
So, and she kind of goes through the history of all that. Like, we haven't had any signs of life in the history of this planet, dating back, X amount of years. But you were here to monitor, to research. We sometimes will if we can send a probe down to look to see, we'll do that. There are ships there, and you guys will come to find out, like, they will sometimes take a orbit ship down and just, like, take a look to see if anything's coming back, because obviously the sensors aren't going to always be able to ping. Like, is there plants growing back? Is there any of that? Because, like, all organic life was wiped out. So, essentially, it's just dirt down there and whatever.
Barren rock.
Just barren rock. And whatever structures were there that have been slowly decayed for however long it's been.
Yeah. Can you remind me which planets 1, 2, 4, or 5, 6 were hit by the mist, or was it all of them?
All of them.
Okay.
Anything that had, all of it just kind of like, it's like, think of it like
something?
Galactus from the Fantastic Four movies, where it's a mist that rolls through, but it's not Galactus because it doesn't eat the planets, and it's also like not that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we don't know what it is.
True. But the planets are still there, so you would think it's not a Galactus. And plus, Galactus doesn't exist in this universe yet. I'm working on those Marvel rights. I'm really trying.
I keep emailing them. I don't email back.
And I've got nothing so far. But hey, if you don't try, you don't get it.
That's right.
So
If you don't ask, the answer's always no.
Exactly. So she's just going through, taking you guys through the ship, pointing out all the areas. And she already has, based on what she knows of you, she has kind of areas that she wants to put you guys into. But later on, she will have like a one-on-one with all of you, and that's where she'll assign you to wherever you're going to be. Was kind of her idea. And so we see you guys just going through, and we see you get your quarters. You're all given, I think the sleeping quarters, like, it's not like a big generic bunk. Like, you all have like a little tiny apartment that you have, like a bed, you have your own shower, you have your own like closet, you have your own space.
Cool.
Like, think of like all of you essentially have like a 1-bedroom apartment.
Got like a dorm.
Yeah, if you eventually get to like chief or like whatnot, they probably have a larger space. But yeah, you guys essentially like have a dorm in here with just yourself. You don't have to share a room with anybody. And so I think we kind of speed through and see you guys getting your jobs and making friends with anybody. And so this is where I want to kind of leave it up to you guys. Is there anybody on the ship that you guys wanted to talk to, that you wanted to kind of like have a scene with, or did you have anything in mind of like anything that you wanted to share about your character in this previous time before we go back into current time? This would be a time for you to share that about your character.
I'm gonna retcon just real quick.
We can't do that. Only I can.
Little tiny detail. Instead of a coin that my character's flipping, it's a poker chip.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
I like it. What space casino is it from?
I'm gonna I sent Chris a big long text at like midnight one night, because what else am I gonna do? I have no power.
Yeah, it was about midnight. Yeah, I was asleep.
Oh, I was assuming you'd be asleep. But my character flunked out of school during character creation, so I was thinking like a good way for her to be like, oh, she started a gambling ring, got addicted to gambling, and now like she's accrued some political and monetary declines in her life.
Good way to put it.
And then I know we're gonna go through like back history and everything, like why our characters are here currently. But I just thought that like it would be kind of like a better detail to have like a poker chip instead of like a coin.
I like it.
But yeah.
Cool.
And I don't really think that she's here to make friends. I think in her mind she's only here until she can get back to her ship.
Gotcha.
So she's like, oh, you all are here because like either you want to or you're stationed here, but I'm here only until I can get out. Like these rules don't apply to her because she's a noble,
Gotcha.
She's higher
Makes
than
sense.
everyone else.
Yeah.
A little high and mighty.
Jett's just here for opportunity. Like, I think it was a push and a pull. Like, he had the legal troubles before, and he was able to escape them, but he didn't want to risk it a third time. So that's kind of pushing him away. And then he also maybe some opportunity, like he heard of some, like a gold rush type of deal where he's like, oh, maybe there's some value, and he's always working an angle, so he's here for that reason, but like, of course, nobody knows that. And so while he's here, he's also just like studying everything and trying to look for opportunities. Like, he's looking for like, how does this work, because he wants to know, like, he's a little bit scared in a way of speaking, in that he wants to have like outs if he can. So in that way, he's looking for, like, he wants to know how the entire like operation works, even outside of his org. Like, if he's in operations, if he's in the warehouse, like, he wants to know even how communications work. He wants to like know the rotations of different schedules. Like, he kind of wants to study everything. And
he could be a backup. Wink, wink.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Cool. I like it.
Zander would spend the first day or two basically introducing himself to every person on the ship.
Okay.
On the station. Because I ended up looking up military ranks, and the rank he got to is like, he controls like a fleet.
Damn.
So he would familiarize himself with everybody, so he knows everybody he's going to be working with. But he'd spend the most time. You tell me which one's going to be. Is it either the engineer or the science officer? For what? Because we talked about last session, his job was like monitoring planetary.
Yeah.
And all this planetary sensors, just looking for any anomalies, anything like that, and any changes.
I'd say probably science officer would probably be the best one for that.
Okay, then he would spend
or
the most
comms.
time with I guess that's a good point, because he does have a lot of comms experience. Spend the most time with Lars and Arlox. Is it Jamie, you said?
Yes.
Just familiarizing himself with the instruments on the ship too.
Okay.
So like before he settles into his actual role, he wants to know the full capabilities of this ship.
Gotcha.
So the Orsellion is a station, right?
Yes, it is a...
it seems like a small space station.
Yeah, it's like a research station.
Okay.
It weighs roughly a ton. And I'll get you the full stats for it later. I still want to print all that out, but yeah, it's about a ton. So it's a smaller of the space stations, essentially. Like, there's a couple different classes.
Mm-hmm.
It's very much a smaller one.
So I think in Blex's mind, he was coming out to a station that was maybe larger.
Okay.
That he could continue with his black market business, selling like illegal robotics and cybernetics. But upon getting here, I think he's like, oh, shit. There's not really too many people that I can sell these things to and get away with it, because their crew's so small.
Right,
like,
yeah.
People are going to fucking talk. So I think his first priority is getting a job that he can just like write a program to do it for him.
Nice.
So he can just like not really leave his room and just like, of course. It looks like Blex is doing great at his job,
Right,
but it's just like some program that he wrote. But I don't think he would be. I think at the beginning he would be actively antisocial, and then slowly start to like just chit chat with people.
Okay.
Like as the time goes on. Yeah.
I think what you guys will come to find out is like, Elsa is pretty, like, Elsa seems to be the one like really chatty and tries to talk with everybody. She's always seems to be kind of like scheming and trying to get something going on. As time goes on, you realize Lars, he's not a bad guy. He's gruff, but like he means well. Like he doesn't intend to be a dick. He can just kind of come off as a dick sometimes. Artur does not give a shit about anybody. Like, he is focused on his work. He doesn't give a, like, if you aren't helping him with what he needs, he does not care about you.
Don't trust him.
Like, he's very tough.
Science officer. Come on.
Austin is pretty easygoing. Not assuming he's pretty young. He's 37, never mind. But he just seems like he's like, aloof, not really focused on a lot of stuff. Hayden, he's very regimented, kind of like you are, Zander. Like he's ex-military. Like he keeps himself in shape.
I think I can clock that too, right off the bat.
Absolutely. Yanni is very nice. But again, they're really focused on what they've got going on. They take pride in their job being good. Ariana, she's fine. They don't know a whole lot. Probably jokes a little too much. Like, she always has to get a joke in there, whether it works or not. And so that might, I don't know if that rubs your character the wrong way or whatnot, but that's just something there.
Does she make a lot of "that's what she said" jokes?
Yeah, that kind of stuff. Yeah, exactly. Yasmin, she just focuses on her stuff, gets everything done. Probably drinks a little too much, but nothing out of proportion. You don't think? Same with Maya. She's kind of smaller and mousy. Has large glasses and just kind of keeps to herself, but she talks to people when she has to, but she's usually reading a book kind of thing. Tiffany is kind of long blonde hair. She has leathery skin, like she's been out in the sun too much. She's
like an old handbag.
Yeah. And she's a lot, like very attention to detail. Like,
Is she the one that we tried
calling her.
calling?
So she's very much like, she's really good at inventory. Like, she will hound on that stuff and be like, oh, says we're supposed to have 7 here. We only got 6. What happened to that one? And she would like spend an hour trying to figure out what happened to that one piece. Like, talk to everybody. Like, well, we had 7 this day. Now we have 6 here between here. And then go each day and see who was in there. And like, did you take, just hound people.
I wonder if that changes over the 2 years.
No.
Yeah.
And then Girl Noxie is like a big, like fun-loving, just like, he just lifts heavy shit, man. He's good at lifting. He's good at putting stuff away. Like, he's just kind of that guy. It's just like, hey, you got it, man. You got it, brother. And just like goes about his business. Just kind of.
But don't chuck something at him like, hey, here, catch.
Yeah.
He's got one eyeball, so.
He does, yeah.
No depth perception.
Nope.
So he does not drive forklifts.
Does he go see 3D movies?
Yeah.
No. There's
none of those.
I think everything's like holograms in the future now. They're holo movies.
Or like direct neural interface.
Yeah.
Yeah. What
Johnny
does
Mnemonic
Elon
shit.
Musk want?
Jacked
for
in.
us?
Yeah, Jack.
I don't want to talk about Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Everyone's sad now. I did it.
Good job.
No, I mean, I haven't. I am happy that I was on the fuck Elon Musk train for a long time.
You're like, I'm happy I voted for him.
Yeah, that too. He's gonna make me rich. Okay.
Hey man, I bought some Dogecoin a couple years ago as a joke because I had a little bit of throwaway
nice.
money. That's shooting up.
Damn.
Come on.
Hell yeah.
Destruction of the Western civilization.
Yeah.
For your
Hell yeah,
Dogecoin.
It's a little grim.
No, but yeah. So that's what we see. We see you guys just kind of going through this time. 2 years happen. I'm assuming you're probably making some friends with the crew. Obviously, you're probably talking with Tiffany. And yeah, so just gonna wanted to give set us in that universe. You've met these people. Your first time getting there, going through everything. And then I think that we kind of, as we fade out from that, we see you guys kind of going through your day-to-day job. We kind of like fade out of that and fade up to the current situation of you guys. We snap back to that same hangar door. We see it open. We follow the pathway you guys have, and we end up in the comm center, this kind of main area with the bridge, with you 4 and Willie sitting there trying to figure out what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, we just got
Every
off the comms with
You
some
talked
weirdo.
with somebody down on the planet, said, hey, yeah, you guys coming down? And then you kept asking who he was. You never seemed to register to him that you were asking him those questions.
And then he said he was going to go get Tiffany, and then he never came
Yes,
back.
he would say he was going to get Tiffany, and then he was gone.
Yeah.
And so you guys are sitting here on this ship with this weird, after this weird interaction. What are you guys do? What's going through your guys' head?
So real quick, we, like you said, people take vacations to
Yes.
and from, on, off. Like,
There
like
should have been
3
a
weeks on,
crew
2 weeks
waiting
off or
for
something.
you guys.
And then we are coming back from ours.
You're coming back from your vacation
on the Lizard Queen,
on the Lizard Queen.
going back to our home, the Orsellion.
Yes, you're going back to Orsellion. So you've just arrived at the Orsellion on the Lizard Queen.
Yep.
Like you've done numerous times throughout this 2 years you've been here.
Yeah.
And normally when you get there, like if it's not the first time, normally when you get there, you'll get calmed in, you'll go get up, and then there'll be like a staff meeting where
Anything
Dalton will be like, hey, here's the 4. Just a reminder, here's the 4 that are going. Anything that you need to share today. Make sure your reports are in center because tomorrow you're leaving. And you guys will know ahead of time the schedule, but it's kind of that like last reminder of like, hey, if you have anything you're working on that you need someone to follow up who's taking over your position, you guys need to have that talk, and then Willie will fly him out and whatnot.
That makes sense.
So right after we realize that this guy's not coming back to comms, I know exactly what Astrodomos Toot would do. She wouldn't like relay vocally what she was doing, but she would head over back to the warehouse and look at Tiffany's logs, because if she's a stickler about inventory, then she would know if they stock the ship on intention to come back.
Good idea. You go.
Plan.
Yeah.
Are you going by yourself?
She wouldn't vocally say, I'm going to go check inventory. She would just like get up and then like look discerning at the lack of communication, because that's like her job.
Right.
And then she'd probably like unzip her spacesuit and like get one arm out so she has a little bit more movement, but also like ripped, you know. And then she would
Show
just
off the guns.
and then like head out the door to the warehouse.
I guess your character
These
knowing
muscles
that
are for typing.
your character knowing that like I'm like the head of the warehouse. Would you mention anything to me or no?
Were you in the comms area with us listening to that?
Yes.
Yeah, he showed up. Yes, he
Okay.
came back later.
Oh,
So
right.
when you leave, Xander would be like, Toots, where are you going?
She's gonna be like checking inventory. Tiffany got stock.
All right, good idea. You go check that. Make sure to keep in contact. We don't know what happened here. And I assume we all have some kind of comm thing, like that we could, like on the
Did you
ship.
buy it on your sheet?
Yeah.
Because I did. So
Actually,
you better
that is
spend
one
the
of the few
money.
things
You
I
did say
did
you
buy.
bought- you did
buy.
I did buy a costume.
Spend the money.
But I mean, like walkie-talkie style, like on the station.
I'm assuming like each of the
Yeah.
stations has
There's
like,
no
there's
way.
an intercommunication thing. Yes.
Yeah, but I emphasize like make sure you stay in contact. We don't know exactly what's going on
Sure.
here.
Yeah, because it's my warehouse. When I hear that, I'm just gonna go with you.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna follow you.
There you go.
And at the same time, he would also let these two know. Let everyone know. Like I'm gonna go check the captain's cabins, just to see anything is in anything I could find, because he already checked comms.
Pervert.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, he's gonna
Going through her underwear drawer. Yeah.
I mean, she's
Captain's gone.
she's wait 63.
No, like
She's got
You-
granny panties.
You are a perv, dude.
I do want to see like if she's got a log or anything that is like has any more evidence.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. I'm with
Yeah.
Captain.
That's
so-
in the
That's
underwear
the direction
drawer.
he's going.
Cap-
Yeah, I just had to check
Yeah.
here for it.
Quick
So that's her
question
panty situation.
is like, where would like, I mean, this station is meant to monitor the status of like those planets and
Right.
and the mist and stuff. Where on the station would that be? That's not in communications where we were, right? Or is that done somewhere else, like in terms of the place where like measurements are made? And
Yeah, I think it'd probably be either in comms or over in like the science labs area.
Okay.
But over that way.
well, I would mention that like after I check the warehouse with Toot here, I if no one's gone over to that side, I'm gonna do that. But I mean, if I don't know if Brax, if you're into that, but
Blex.
Thank you, Brax. Oh, isn't this guy? Yeah. Oh, Grex. Okay, there's a lot of X's here.
Yeah.
Grex is an ancestry on this
Into the
page.
future.
Yeah. Perfect. Well, then I say that and like, and then I leave.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And Toot is just not waiting. She gets up and goes. She doesn't even stop to answer the question from, I forget Tyler's character's name already.
Xander.
Xander.
Yes.
Lieutenant Colonel Zander Cross.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she doesn't even like stop and wait for
Yeah.
Cody's Coinbitter.
I
She
just
just
kind of catch up. I'm a long strider.
There you go. So we see you two exit. Blex, you're going to head over towards the science labs, the kind of area.
Yeah, and while I'm headed that way, I'm going to so for one of the I figure my guy's pretty into augments.
Yeah.
If he like it makes them in
That would
salesmanship.
be my idea. Yeah, I was just
So a couple major ones that I got, the big one was enhanced vision, So like binoculars, and he can see like infrared and shit.
Damn.
And shit's fucking tight as
So it's like irises.
a
Like,
lot of money on it.
Oh,
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh man, I want to do that when we get home and have light.
Yeah, right. And then another big one is he has a neural comm
Oh, nice.
hooked up to a
Oh.
computer, and I bought a suite of programs that I can run. So it basically allows me to use the
Damn.
computer to make an assist in an intelligence or an education
That's cool.
role. And then there's actually things that you can buy that like tap into your spinal cord, and you can do physical roles on top of that. But I didn't
That's
get that.
wild.
I didn't really need it.
Holy shit.
Oh, they have like straight up like Space Marine stuff.
Yes.
Like they have like the four. Like you can get like a 4 segmented heart.
Yeah.
Like space like 40K Space Marines have.
Right. Holy shit.
Like it's crazy.
The only other one that I couldn't find in the book that I wanted to get cleared was I think he has like a Swiss Army hand.
Okay.
Where it's like Inspector Gadget,
Like
like
just-
simple rudimentary tools, like
Sure.
and like coming out of a fingertip
That's
or something.
awesome, actually.
I can do
That's
that.
rad as fuck.
But on the way to the science station, he's going to be talking to because in order to have the computer augment the neural comm, it needs to run through like a digital interface. But I spent a little bit of credit and got a digital friend.
Oh.
Yeah, so you get a little guy that hangs out and runs your computer for
Like
you.
only you can see it. Like it's just like a devil on your shoulder.
Yeah, well, I imagine because he has a HUD
Yeah.
with the one that he bought, so I imagine that he just probably pops up in the HUD.
It's like Clippy.
Like
Like Clippy. Yeah, like Clippy. But
Bonsai buddy.
His name is Brent.
Brent. Okay.
Brent. And he looks exactly like Data from Star Trek: The Next
Oh,
Generation.
nice,
Yeah.
nice.
Is that on purpose? Like he's a fan, like Blex is a fan of old
Yes.
Earth TV shows
Yes.
and knows.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But he's going to be trying to get Brent to, because I feel like at some point he probably patched into the station's network or whatever, and can ask Brent to check like the last communication that was sent or received, the last, airlock that was open or closed.
Sure.
And then he's going to be doing that on the way to the science.
That's
lab.
legit.
Yeah.
Holy
Nice.
shit.
I
That's
like
so cool,
it.
man.
Thank you.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Very cool. And so, Zander, you're gonna go head over to the captain's room.
I'm gonna check the captain's cabins for like a physical written log, like anything that wouldn't be on a network.
Willie's kind of saying, "He's like, what do y'all want me to do? What, Zander? What you
I
what you
forgot.
need me to do?
Maybe get ready to leave.
Willie, keep everything running. We don't know exactly what's going to happen.
I can't.
Make sure,
I could just on the starship. You want me to
make
the
sure
lizard
we're
wing
ready to leave at any time.
Gotcha. All right, I'm gonna head back. Can I go to the crew quarters real quick? Just grab a bite, and then I'm gonna head over there.
Do whatever you need, Willie.
All right, cool.
Just
I'm just
make
gonna follow
sure
you.
if we need to leave, we can leave.
Absolutely. No, I'll make sure the ship's tip top shape.
I mean, I'm not there anymore, but I'm just gonna vocally say maybe we should instruct Willie to not call comms out.
Well, we already sent out a message.
Yeah, but like, what if they talk to him and he goes down? They sound
Well,
convincing.
I would emphasize as part of I think like with all that's going on, Xander would be like, okay, I got a military rank again.
Yeah.
He'd basically tell Willie, just don't do anything we don't tell you to do. Basically, like stay at the ready, do what you need to do to relax, but be ready to leave at any time. And if there's any communications, come to us.
Give me. Do you have leadership?
I do have leadership.
Give me a leadership roll.
Love that.
Can I borrow your cool
That's a
dice?
good one.
Yeah, go for it. I want to see if Willie trusts you or not. Maybe just like fuck you, guy.
That is an 8 on the die with my leadership. That's a 9.
Yeah, no. Willie's like, you got captain, whatever. All right, you're gonna be the one in charge.
Lieutenant Colonel, but thank you,
Well,
Willie.
Dalton's not here. I'm gonna come to you for this stuff. All right.
Sounds good.
All right, I'm gonna go get me a sandwich and then I'll get on the ship. And he's kind of like following behind you, just like whistling a tune.
Yeah.
Hey, as long as he's ready to make that ship move and we can leave, I'm cool
He
with
just needs
it.
a bite to eat. He's been a while. He's just been flying, gets hangry, needs little
Oh.
snackings.
Space sandwich.
Yeah, that's all.
Space sandwich.
Yeah. So we see you guys all split up, head your separate ways. We didn't really talk about this. Do we want to do? I don't really think we want to do a closed table
It's up
for
to
this.
you.
Do you
That's
guys
up
want
to
to?
It's
Yeah.
you, dog. You tell us.
I'm just trying to think. Like, I don't. There's no like real big secret. Like, I think we'll do it if it's like
Well, we
like if
also,
one of you went to the planet before everybody else. I think
Right.
we
yeah,
would. But like
we
you
do have
all,
like comms
right.
too.
We're all going to
so-
be within communications here, so I think it
Yeah.
makes sense in this time.
Yeah.
Not to worry about it.
That's a good point.
So, all right, we see you all split up. I need to pick who we're going to go to first. All right, we got a 4. which is going to be Mr. Blex. So we're going to start off with here.
Well.
B3,
Blex,
Yeah.
Blex,
which is
Blex.
Blex.
I know a guy named B. That's all. I've only known him as B.
Yeah.
And he's like just a fucking teddy bear.
Yeah.
Like nicest dude in the world.
Yes.
So, so we go with Blex. Blex, we see you kind of taking the walkway towards the labs. You're gonna go check all that out. I apologize. I haven't watched enough Star Trek to know Data's voice.
Oh,
So-
it's fine. You don't need
Okay,
to do it
cool.
all. Yeah.
I've only ever seen the movies, so that
He
is
talks like a normal guy.
that's my Star Trek knowledge is like
Yeah.
First Contact and those movies. I've
Aw.
never watched the show.
That's
so
okay.
cool. Thank you. Appreciate you not judging me too harsh for my thing here. And so you're walking along. You call up Brent. This little image pops up in your eye of a gentleman who looks like somebody we all know that we're not going to say his name again so we don't get sued by a corporation.
What's another word for that word?
Well, I mean, he specifically does say in the show that his name is not Data. So if we call him Data, then we should be able to get away with it.
Yeah.
So it's Brent. So Brent pops up. He looks like a silvery skinned man who looks like an android.
Yeah, we can say Android.
yeah, absolutely.
That's not.
He's
Well,
an
that
android.
is copywritten.
What?
Than's George Lucas.
What? No.
Probably. George Lucas is a
Yeah.
piece of shit.
I think it's
Android?
droid or Android. He
I think droid
bought.
is
Droid.
Yeah,
Okay.
I
Because
think that
Android's an
might-
operating system for your phone.
Yeah,
So
that's
Oh,
probably
true,
that's
true,
probably
true.
owned by
Yeah,
Google.
yeah.
But Droid, maybe.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Yeah,
corporate
maybe
overlords.
Android is owned by Microsoft.
Yeah.
So we see this person who looks like Brent Spiner.
Yeah.
Brent Spiner.
Yeah, see, I know his name, but you see him pop up. He's like, "Hello, Blex. How have you been?
Stressed. How about you, Brent?
Things are great. What can I help you with?"
I need you to check the last communication, the last signs of life on this station before we called in a couple minutes ago.
Very well. Give me a second. You see him kind of stand there. Like, does he just like stare blankly? Does he do like? Do you have like anything programmed?
No, I think he stares blankly. Yeah.
I don't know why. I'm imagining
You're
the
doing awesome.
Like
This-
little question marks come up.
no, I
above his head?
imagine like the sketch from Tim and Eric where it's Paul Rudd at the computer. He's like typing in for
yeah.
Zander.
Yeah.
So it's just like,
Celery Man. Yeah.
Celery.
too much. Too much.
Can I get a nude tane?
Nude teen?
No, too much. No.
So just imagining him like dancing.
Do you think it was hard to
Can I get
get
a
Brent?
hat wobble?
Yeah, that's right. Hat wobble. Yeah, that's so good. Do you think it was hard to get Brent access to the network? Because that's a networking thing. Like you'd have to actually get him access to all that information.
No, if they're not cool with it, I think I spent a lot of time to
Nice.
make
I like
that happen.
Yeah, I'd say that was difficult, but you got it done. I like
Yeah, I think he had 2 years to figure it out.
Yeah.
So your character is pretty smart in that mind. So, so we see Brent just kind of staring there. And he's just like, yes, his last communications were sent out, you would know 2 days ago or whatever it was. A call from Tiffany to unknown coordinates. And then, or I guess it would be, are you looking at, would he have access to like everybody's call log? Or would it be that?
You tell me, even if it's something I need to roll for,
Sure.
like that's
No, he'd be like, he's like, last communication from Tiffany to unknown number. And that's all I'm seeing.
if it was an unknown number, do we have the number with an unknown name, or just like no
He can give
name?
you the
no
he can give you
number?
the number. You know, it's like
Like
this-
it's
this-
like a number that hasn't been called before.
right. Yeah, like there's a comm number. You know, I don't know what space numbers are going to look like
Yeah.
in the future, but it's
So-
not going to be like 8675309.
Yeah.
So
In
I
his,
mean, it could have been.
in his brain, he'll like minority report that information over
Yeah.
to the team comms
Absolutely.
that we have set
No,
up,
that's a good
just
call.
so they know what's going
yeah.
on.
But yeah, he's just like, oh, sorry, it wasn't Tiffany. I apologize. It was Elsa.
Mm-hmm.
Elsa is the one. Elsa Voight. Yeah, you see, there was a call to like a number that they held somebody that you just have that coordinates or the number. Or
Okay.
whatnot.
Okay.
He's like, anything else I can do for you today?
Did we have any other things that we were trying to get an answer to?
I think it was like, well, for me, it was is there any anomalies that occurred in any of the measurements monitoring the planets before comms occurred that led the crew to leave?
Makes sense. Yeah, so I'll ask Brent any spikes in the instruments before we got back.
One sec. And he kind of stops.
Or any other anomalies.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Can I say there's a rainbow wheel while he's loading?
Yeah.
I'm going to give him... Does he have stats or anything like that?
No, it's just digital friend in
Gotcha.
the... here, I can read
Digital
it.
friend, I love that.
If you need it, it's page 70 in the...
Catalog? I'll have to
the
look it up.
equipment stuff. But it's just digital friend bandwidth 2 TL11.
Okay. Do you... What's your electronic score? Do you have anything there?
Yeah, I have electronics 1 in computers, and 1 in sensors.
Give me a computer's roll here as he... We'll have you be a stand-in for him as he tries to go get this information.
So that...
And I'll give you a bane. I'll give you a boon because you have him helping. So I'll give you an extra dice to roll, and you take the higher of the two. I think that's a good, compromise.
And then I guess I'm just going to use my education.
Okay, cool.
And then Bane is one more
A
dice?
boon is one more die. You take the higher of the two. So I'm gonna say this is a tough roll. So it's gonna be a TL10 because you're trying to get in there. It's a tough roll, but you have the boon dice. You'll have the one from your computers. The one. What's your education score?
2.
Okay, so you have 3 right now.
Yep.
And you get to roll 3 dice. Take the higher of the 2.
Okay.
Oh,
made it with a 15.
Whew.
yeah, damn.
Perfect.
So easy.
We see Brent kind of stopping. He's like,
Yes, there was, anomaly detected. Looking at the scanners, trying to figure this out. It looks like a little bit before calls and everything happened, one of the sensor areas on the 4th moon was turned off. Communication ceased, and then when it turned back on, it caught a blip. But before the blip happened, there's no data, no measuring for 2 hours, it looks like.
That's very...
And this was on where?
Fourth planet.
The 4th planet.
A sensor looking at the 4th planet.
Yes.
So sensor looking at the 4th planet shut off, turned back on, and then recorded a blip.
Yes. And you guys would know that the 4th planet
Is that the one?
is the one that they're on.
They went to that.
They went to that one.
Ah.
It's also it's like a small cold world. There was an outpost there at one point, like in the way future, but it's like a colder planet, so you're gonna probably want to pack. But yeah, what you hear is like what you get. What he's essentially trying to tell you is that there's a period of time where it looks like the sensors are like dead, like it's not picking up anything.
Yeah.
Normally, like there'll be probably like excess radiation readings or anything where like there'll be a ping kind of popping up every once in a while, just like communication, even if it's like a data line of like connection.
Even like there's no change. It's like there's some
Right.
information,
And then it looks like it just goes dead for about a 2-hour period. And then once it comes back on, within like maybe 15-20 minutes of it coming on, it picks up the signal. Detected, and then it goes right back into just like no detection.
So yeah, so you said, so for 15 minutes it caught some kind of good data
Yes.
that it was reporting about. Do we know what this
Life signs?
Yeah.
Yes,
Is that...
it picked up some sort of
I see.
life sign.
Thank you. Yeah.
Down there.
So I'll say, Brent, can you please just throw this feed up to my HUD so I can keep an eye? And can you alert me if this happens again, if this spikes again and I don't see
Absolutely, yes.
it?
Got it.
Thank you, Brent.
Anything else I can do for you?
I think that's everything.
And we see him kind of just like,
All right. I'll be here when you need me.
and he just kind of blinks out of your eye.
Oh my gosh, this is so cool. I'm enjoying myself immensely.
Yeah, that is super cool.
So,
Well
yeah,
played. Nice.
I think that's a good place to stop, and we'll see what the rest find next time.
All right. So.
lot has changed since we recorded last.
Mm-hmm.
America has slipped into a theoretical Christian fascist nation.
Yep.
I got to do shrooms.
Yeah.
I got a tattoo.
Oh.
And
Damn.
you all are still really cool. So I'm glad that kept even. That kept even. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, not that much changed for me. My girlfriend got a new car, I guess.
That's cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I
So it means you also kind of got a new car.
I did kind of get a new car.
Okay.
Mm.
I not really much has changed for me. I lost and got power.
Yeah, there was a big windstorm up here in the Pacific Northwest.
A bomb cyclone.
Cyclone.
So cool. I've never heard that term. It's
Yeah.
been dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Turns out it was just wind.
yeah,
Yeah.
just wind
That's
and
about
rain.
A lot of wind.
That was about it.
I didn't really get too much rain.
Well, we got tons.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We got a lot of rain.
Missed us. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of changes for us too. We are still out of power. It's been almost a week.
Still?
Cody is now a Sony employee.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, born cruiser. Yeah, I'm a Sony boy now.
I'm a Sony boy.
Yeah. I got bunked in the nose really hard, and it hurts.
You lost your rights.
Oh, I lost my
Oh,
rights.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Casual. Yeah. That too.
I really should have thought about that before becoming a woman, right?
We're gonna go to the point where just
Yeah,
men
you
are gonna
should've.
just household voting, and
Yeah.
men are gonna be the only ones that vote.
It's a return to monk. It's a reject modernity.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard you're training to become a trad wife.
Oh,
Gotta
We
make
have
your own
both.
better.
I had a path, like a career
You're
path in
halfway
mind.
there, you don't have power.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I had a career path in mind, and then recent events, like I'm shifting.
Yeah.
Right.
Shifting.
You gotta
You're
learn to
learning
drink
how to
raw
bake.
milk.
Yeah.
I mean, homogenized. Fuck that stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
That's
It's got a word in there that's bad.
that's
Right.
Yeah.
Have you seen this? Are you on Twitter at all?
No, I'm not,
Okay.
because I'm a sane
I-
fucking
I
human.
No,
have-
because he's on X.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, okay,
No,
sorry.
dude, fuck that.
I have literally seen people talking about you can totally drink raw milk. It's fine. You just got to boil it real quick first to kill all the germs. Like,
Oh,
what
so
do you
it's
think
not raw.
pasteurization
Yeah.
is? Jesus
Christ.
Are you fucking stupid?
Well, hey, maybe they're actually like, okay, if these idiots are going to be this fucking stupid, I'll give it to them in a way that their tiny little walnut brain can comprehend. It is raw, but if you boil it, then that helps a little
Well, it's like
bit.
raw water. That was a big craze.
What?
Raw water? They would just like go up to a spring out in the
Christ.
mountain,
Oh,
get
no.
a bunch of water, and then drink it. It's like,
Oh, mitochondria.
like, do you not know what is? There's like bear shit. In
Oh,
that
yeah. There's so much poop in that water.
So much.
That's why I only drink cans of liquid death.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
it's filtered and there's a skull on
Yeah,
it.
yep.
Yeah.
Quick fun fact I just had to say about milk. It's not funny, but I want to tell you. Is like, if it is organic milk, they have to hyper pasteurize it, and it lasts way longer.
What's hyper pasteurizing?
I don't know if that's the right word, but they pasteurize it more essentially. Like there is a word for it. I think it's just basically like more pasteurized.
Sure.
And like I was always fed up that milk lasted like 2 weeks
Yeah.
or something like in my
Shit
fridge,
sucks.
and I hate it. If you get organic, and obviously you have to pay a little bit more for it, but like I was already doing that, and I realized like, oh yeah, they have to pasteurize it more because they're not using all those preservatives.
Right, well,
And that shit lasts like a month plus.
That's crazy.
It's fucking awesome. So, anyways,
There you go.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I try everything I can to not, like, I'll use like cow milk when I cook if it calls for it, but I try everything possible to just not
agree.
just do almond milk. I don't understand. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not a fucking little baby cow. I
Yeah,
don't need it. I don't need it.
exactly. I know.
Yeah.
I mean, on the one hand, yeah, but also like a real good cream sauce on pasta.
Exactly. So like when I
Yeah,
need it,
easy
I'll
to
definitely
cook.
cook with it. You know what I'm saying?
For me, it
But,
was
like, whole cereal?
cookies. There's no replacement for like cow's milk with cookies for me. And then it was like if I want
Like
some
Dunkin'
cereal,
a cookie?
yeah, exactly. Like that. I mean, like ice cream's fine,
That
but
makes
like,
sense,
yeah,
yeah.
those are the only time I wouldn't. I don't like yeah. I'm having dinner. I'm gonna drink some milk. That ain't me.
Yeah, I'll never have like
right.
a cup of milk by
Exactly.
itself.
exactly.
It's not
That's
1954.
Like, I'm not.
Dude,
Dude,
there's-
like,
I
you know
mean,
what? Yeah, like I'm
There's
gonna add
plenty
a
of
little
people
bit of
still like that.
Yeah.
chocolate in it, and then it's like
Yeah.
it's not going. Yeah, like if I'm gonna eat some cereal, then I'll put like a little bit of milk in there.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, exactly.
Right.
I never understood warm milk to get to sleep.
Yeah.
Warm milk is disgusting.
Ricky wanted to start doing that. He's like, "Can I have some more milk?" I was like, "Are you 70? Like, do your joints ache?" Like, no.
I'll give you a
need
warm
some warm
glass
milk
of
to
shut
go
the
to
hell
sleep.
up. You're in my world now, Grandma.
So you go to sleep.
Or put you to sleep. All right, glad you guys got that reference.
That's a great movie.
Well, while the power's been out, Cody and I have been reenacting films from memory just for entertainment's sake.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's good.
Good chef.
Yeah, it's been amazing.
I'm learning a lot of Japanese.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been trying to
Very
do a better
nice.
Rambo impression. Like, no one's going to survive if they go up there. I'm like,
Oh, I thought it was going to be Rambo in Japanese, and I was
No.
excited.
Yeah, that'd have been crazy. And then she moves her mouth different, and it's dubbed.
Like if you could say like the
exactly. Kodosuzu.
Yeah, I was trying to like read. I was like trying to go through the Rambo movies for like memory, and I'm like, it's everything is just Rambo saving douchebags from trying to save the world.
The first one's really
I was
good.
gonna say, the first one's really different.
The first one's legitimately
Yeah.
a good film. Everything after that, Rambo
The
4
one
is
that-
great when he fights the Burmese army
The
by
one- is
himself.
that the one that came out what, like our mid 2000s?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
he-
the one that came out when I was in
like-
high school.
Yeah.
That was really
Yeah,
good.
I remember that
Yeah.
one.
He rips the trachea out,
Yeah.
but with his hands.
The last
Yeah.
Rambo's not very good, where he fights the Mexican drug cartels. That one's not very good.
There's only so many people, like groups of people, you can beat up as Rambo.
Well, apparently there was like they were going to do a Rambo movie where he fought like a genetically modified wolf.
Whoa.
Like it was
Checks
like
out.
it was called, like Apex Predator. It was like him in Alaska, like hunting these
That would've been
genetically.
tight.
Yeah, right. That's good.
Well,
watch
also,
the
why
fuck
can't
out
they
of
do
that.
like ISIS or like Al Qaeda?
Oh.
He already fought them in like number 2 or 3
Well, but okay, I'm talking
Wasn't,
about like
wasn't one of the Rambos
2024,
dedicated to the
like-
brave Mujahideen fighters?
Dude. I still think maybe even in that case, maybe you reuse them. I mean, it's been 20 years. I mean, they're
true.
up to different things.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah,
If
agreed.
you still want to continue the Rainbow
I
franchise,
don't think. I think we're done with Rambo movies.
but what if he had a kid and the kid was like, what if
Bobby
the kid
Rambo?
was like
I'd do it.
like Chris
Rambo Jr.
Hemsworth?
But didn't they try to do that with the Expendables? They like try to make a new group of the Expendables,
Yes.
and they stopped making Expendable movies. After that.
Yeah, they've
Wow.
there,
None of them
there's
could
new one
move
coming
anymore.
out.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, there's
Okay.
Expendables 4. I think is coming out. Or 5.
Who's in it?
It's gonna be
Rambo Jr.
List off the 20 names that
Son of Rambo.
It'll probably be who's Rambo? What's his name? Sylvester
Stallone,
Stallone.
Sly Stallone.
I'm sure they're gonna get Wesley Snipes back in it. Jason Statham is a staple.
Sure.
Oh, okay,
Dolph Lundgren.
okay.
Yeah.
And then whatever hot upcoming action stars they're going to put in there, they'll probably waste another Tony Jaa or something like that.
Jean-Claude
Like
Van
they
Damme.
do.
It's not
Right.
as many
He was
old
already in
people
it.
as it used to be.
He was the Satanist who kicked the knife
he
through a guy's
was.
chest.
He did.
Yeah.
It was very unnecessary, but it was cool.
Yeah, he was so weird. He's like, I'm a Satanist, and then no other plot lines
Yeah.
about him being a Satanist. It's just like,
That tells me he probably just came up with that on the day.
Yeah.
My favorite thing about the Expendables, and I think I've told you all this, is there's a scene with the bad guys talking. They've captured the woman of the film because he's
Yeah,
she's-
that's how you do.
the woman. I don't know.
Yeah.
She probably had
The
a name,
woman.
but they just
Woman.
called her. Yeah. And the bad guy's like, I don't hit women, but my associate here does. And it's Stone Cold Steve Austin. He comes up and like knocks her out. Fun fact: Stone Cold Steve Austin was arrested for domestic violence for beating up his former wife, who was Deborah from the WWE.
All right, I'm gonna one up you with this one.
That's incredible.
My favorite thing about the Expendables, and I had to pause the movie because I was laughing so hard and I thought I was going to pass out, is when they were riding in the helicopter and everyone was going through like why they were in jail, and they get to Wesley Snipes, and Wesley Snipes just deadpan tax evasion.
Yeah, that's good.
And I was like,
Yep.
oh my God, I'm going to die.
That was good.
He just said that with a straight face. What a fucking actor. Oh, I was laughing so hard.
For those who don't know, Wesley Snipes did go to jail for tax evasion, so
Yeah.
that's the funniness. But oh yeah, those are great movies.
No, they're not.
I love the Expendables. They're like Fast and Furious level bad movies.
They are.
They're like fun to watch because they're dumb.
They really
but
There's
okay,
nothing good
that's
of- like-
completely fair, but don't call them great movies.
They're great to me.
Okay, yeah.
I mean,
That's
they're
an
entertaining. They're entertaining to a level. If you're content in knowing it's bad, it's still great to you.
They are not
It's
like
subjective.
an award many. Like I would never be like, you know what, you need to watch The Expendables. But if we're talking about like shitty movies, I'd be like, yeah, man, watch The Expendables. Like, they're
And
good for
that's,
everyone.
I feel like that is completely different than being like, those are great movies. All right, let's move
Or
on.
what would how would you describe them then?
Yeah.
Like you'd say they're so bad they're good kind of deal?
Sure, like
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you're like, I love those movies because they're so shitty.
Yeah, gotcha,
yeah,
gotcha,
yeah.
Yeah, they're great because they're shitty.
Yeah.
They're Oscar-winning
Yeah.
cinema
Yeah.
peak
Really?
film. Period on the
Yeah,
internet.
yeah.
That's it.
There's some commas in there.
Maybe that needs its own type of Oscar. It's
if-
like bad movies that are good.
The
Well,
Razzies.
I
They're
decided,
Razzies.
I
Oh,
decided
is
to
that
look it
right?
up,
Yes.
and Expendables 4 came out last year.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Okay. So
And
Expendables
it
5 is the one coming out.
received, let's see here,
Are you doing IMDb score?
No, I'm looking at the.
Yeah, I don't care about-
it made 7 Golden Raspberry Awards and won 2 of them.
Nice, good
for
for them.
worst supporting actor and worst supporting actress.
Oh, damn.
That tracks.
Raspberry.
That tracks.
Awards.
I'm pretty sure that one had Ronda Rousey in it.
I think
put it past
Ronda Rousey was in the third
3.
one.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
When the young
Yeah, I don't
bloods
see
were coming
Rousey in the cast for 4.
Yeah, it's fine.
She was expendable.
She was. Yes.
Well, she beat up a guy in high heels. That was the intro they did with her. She was like
Yeah.
a bouncer at a club, and she was like high heels, tight dress, and like totally kicked the crap out of some
That
guy.
was the no. You're thinking of Fast and Furious. That's when she fights Michelle Rodriguez over the car. And
Sorry, there's so many.
and I hate that I know that to correct you. Like I hate that I know that scene because I remember that scene.
It's just so generic. Like she fought for the car, and it's like, wait, which fucking one?
Stupid. We're gonna talk about real good movies real quick. Go watch The Substance. It
I
is
still need to watch it.
one of the best
good.
movies I've seen this year. It is amazing. It's incredible. It is like full awesome body horror, great practical effects, really good actual story that they're trying to tell about just the shittiness of Hollywood and culture as that, and really good, just awesome.
Sure.
It's kind of like It Follows, where it's like nebulous in the timeline where it's at. Like you're not quite sure what year it is because there's like various degrees of technology. So really cool, like really just kind of ambiguous in that sense.
Yeah.
But really dope.
We did download it. But we have like a whole bunch of we have an onslaught of like horror films we get that we need to go through. Like right now we're watching that TV show From. I don't know if you guys have.
Oh, I've heard about that. and
Yeah,
I've-
that one's pretty good
I'm
so far.
intrigued by it. What's it on?
I was. It's like.
It's on Pirate Ship.
Oh, it's like this weird one that I haven't heard of. It's called.
It's one of it's like on Tubi or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
So none of you have seen it. Jake, you haven't seen From?
Nope.
Okay.
I don't
Damn,
watch TV.
I was hoping to.
I know a little bit, but I have not seen it.
Yeah,
I really
but
want to.
in an elevator pitch, this family happens upon a town, and no matter what way they go, they can't get out of the town. It just circles them back through the town again.
Okay.
And
like Silent Hill type of
seems cool.
situation. Yeah.
yeah, and this town has something weird going on with it at night specifically. No one can go out at night because of some various reasons of creepiness. So.
Because the freaks are out.
Yeah, I'd almost recommend not watching the trailer. Yeah, because the freaks are out. I didn't get that. I almost recommend not watching the trailer because the trailer like basically gave you the premise in itself, and it's like it's kind of cool if you just like
Gotcha.
experience it.
If I can figure it out, yeah, I'm bad with watching shows, but I won't. Except for Detroiters, I've made it through the entire first season.
I still have not watched that. I really should.
It's
I actually was going to, and then I popped on Netflix, and it was like, "Hey, Tyler, guess what? Second season of Arcane started." And I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna watch that."
hell
Oh, I thought it was
yeah.
going to
Oh
be the
my
Jake
God,
Paul
I-
Tyson fight. You're like, well, I gotta watch.
I did watch that, and that was the most disappointing shit in the world.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about that
that's-
because I hate
yeah,
that
no,
so much.
let's
But
not.
Arcane,
Yeah.
are you guys watching Arcane?
Hell yeah.
Well, we
Arcane.
haven't been able to watch the third season for obvious
the
reasons.
third,
or
the third
for-
part. Yeah.
I'm
Obvious
not done with the
reasons,
third
but-
part yet.
Okay.
But I've watched the first two.
First two.
acts, and
Yes. Oh,
That
perfection.
show's still incredible.
Perfection.
It's like I didn't realize they were making it since like 2012 or something.
Yeah, they
like,
spent a long time on the first season. But
fucking
yeah,
crazy.
It shows they
Yeah,
do.
that's good.
like I recommend literally everyone. It doesn't matter who you are. Like if you ever like any animated thing at all, or even non-anime, like if you're into action and like fantasy and sci-fi, like it is just peak cinema, peak animation. Honestly,
Nice.